boss, man. Hello. Congratulations.
Coast made a wave.
I'm a long way from hearing the crowds cheering my name, be the talk of the town, but it's all in the work, so I'm doing it now. Yeah, I'm in the lab when no one's around. It's only me at the gym, I feel like the janitor. It's only me in the stew, I feel like the janitor. When all the lights are dim, I'm like the janitor. For all the work I do, I'm like the janitor. Everyone else punched the clock, even though I was in first. They like dirt. Y'all at the beach, sand on your feet, claim you came from dirt, but I'm still putting in work. Yeah, I'm still putting in work. Janitor time, 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 janitor time. Wake up. On a different time like Protect Philippe, ayy. I want janitor engraved on my AP. I do not feel like an AC. Word of the boys in South Beach. Bam out of Bio and JB. Shout out to Hero, Robert De Niro. I bet that he wouldn't trade me. Look at the game like pay me. Nothing at all could break me. Word of New Jersey, it made me. I'm like the whole 3ness. Just a kid but compete with the best. 24/7 breaking the sweat. Put my game to the test. I'm like the janitor. Call me to clean up the mess. Put the ball in my hands. I don't care if you contest. Wake up, put in work, go to sleep. But even in my dreams, I work on my technique. Ay. On a different time, like Protect Philippe. Ay. I want janitor engraved on my AP. But competition's in the way. I put in the work to put them away. I don't care about the fame. I'm married to the game. Make them.
Alongside Richard Jefferson and Grant Hill, I'm Brian Anderson. We'll be joined by Allie LaForce courtside. Here we go. And so off the tip, it's Toronto. And here's Young. This one for three. That won't go. Misses his first shot of the game. And you watch Donovan Clingan. He really benefited from that extra year in college, Grant.
Yeah, the development cycle can be a little longer for centers, B.A. He cleaned up a lot offensively and took his strength and conditioning to another level.
6 on the shot clock. Here comes Toronto on the push. On the wing, Jones. Pass to Lyles. And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. You'll gladly take those.
Now here's Wagner. Looking at his production, close to 12 points a game. Hero with the bucket.
Smooth shot by Hero. Notice how he doesn't rush himself.
Here's Young. Pass to Jones. Here's Ellis. Now here's Antetokounmpo. And Giannis with the dunk.
B.A., when he gets the rim in his sights, it's tough to stop.
So aggressive and a determined finisher. Nice. Now here's Holiday. Looking at his numbers, currently he's averaging around 9 points a game. Misses the layup. And Young has got the ball here for the Toronto Raptors. And about 2 minutes into the first quarter here. From outside the arc. Rebound by Philadelphia.
And the defense dodged one right there. Not the guy you want to leave open.
Outside Holiday. Here's Hero. Giannis Antetokounmpo grabs the board.
See, that miss right there, it's why teams try to avoid the mid-range jumper these days.
Pass to Ellis. From deep. Knocks down the long J.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
Let's send it out to Ali LaForce, who caught up with head coach Darko Rajakovic. Ali?
I asked him about the star power that they're up against tonight, and he said, quote, "I'm not worried about the highlight reel plays. I'm worried about the relentless nature of that team over there. And the ringleader is Drew Holiday. He plays every possession on both ends of the floor."
Great work, Ali. Thanks. Screen by Antetokounmpo. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket is good, and he'll go to the line.
Yeah, and this speaks to how strong Giannis is. Able to still convert despite the physical defense.
Toronto shooting their first free throw of the evening. Well, Grant, they say early in Giannis's career, he had to work not just on his game, but his attitude.
And that's true, B.A. It wasn't a bad attitude. He just lacked an edge. The ruthless mindset that all great players have. But, man, once he got that edge, he never lost it. And one move ahead of the defense, a solid pick.
And then the monster dunk to complete the play. Well done.
Well, great chemistry on display. He understood where to put the screen in order to free up his teammate.
Now here's Antetokounmpo. Right side, Young. Second shot opportunity. Drained it for 2 points.
A jumper that is pretty and effective. Young's game starts with his shot.
Left side, Holiday. Got a piece of it. And stolen by Antetokounmpo. And there's a whistle. That's going to go on Brandon Clark. That'll be a second foul of the game.
2 fouls for him already. If he's not more careful, his minutes will be curtailed.
Pass to Antetokounmpo.
Stealing a ball in the NBA, it takes more than quickness. It takes smarts. Run it.
The shot by Holiday, no good. Toronto leading by 5. Now Young. A steady force on their offense, recording around 14.5 a game. Here's Ellis. Fires top of the key.
Got a good look there, but just not able to hit from the mid-range.
Outside Holiday. Here's Klingon. No points yet. And timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. He wants to give him a breather and talk things over. Hero for three. Philadelphia with another miss. And White has got the ball here for the Raptors. Leading by 5. Pass to Robinson. There's the 3. Clark grabs the board. Hero with it. 7 points in the game. Outside Holiday for 3. That one's off. He's 0 for 3 now. Robinson with it. Wagner picks him up. Here's Ellis. And right now he's currently putting up 6.5 points per game. To the paint. Here's Antetokounmpo. And Antetokounmpo with the jam.
Beyond belief. I mean, such a creative talent. And I'm not surprised to see Giannis get flashy on the finish.
Now here's Wagner. Still without a bucket. It's deflected. Driving in. And he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
Nice one-handed jam. Simple and effective, B.A.
Hey, with the lead, I'm surprised he didn't come up with something a little more creative. And timeout is called by Nick Nurse. He wants to review the game plan. Both teams deciding to change it up. 76ers trail by 9. Pass to Miller. Down low. They get back on track.
And it's a blessing to have a big wing with the mobility of Wagner.
Now here's White. Checking his numbers. He's put up a little over 9 points a game. Here's Looney. Antetokounmpo with it. Clark covers. Just 4 to shoot. And the basket by Antetokounmpo. Antetokounmpo has got 9.
They're not messing around. 5 of their last 6 buckets have come from the interior.
Holiday with the ball. Guarded now by Whitmore. Miller. Off the mark there with a 3. Toronto leading by 9. Outside White. And another basket for Toronto.
And they're behind right now because they're failing to play quality defense. It's that simple.
Boy, they'd love if anyone could get a bucket.
Yeah, their offense has been grinding to a halt.
Outside Whitmore. Pass to Looney. Here's White. Antetokounmpo up top. Fires from 14. And the Raptors getting another bucket right there.
Boy, I like their energy coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Couldn't come up with a much better start than this. They just have to keep it going.
Now here's Miller. Yet to see a basket. And Wagner gets it to go.
And even before he caught the ball, Wagner had that measured up.
And here's White. Robinson on the wing. Antetokounmpo, left side. Pass to Looney. Knocks it loose. And stolen by Clark. Portis with it. Now guarded by White. The drive by Miller. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
And that's how Miller can take his game to the next level, by being aggressive and attacking the basket.
Inside. Here's Antetokounmpo. Rebound by the 76ers.
The way they've gotten after rebounds has been impressive.
Back to Holiday. Pass to Miller. Second chance effort. He shoots. Can't get it to drop.
And with his team trying to trim this margin, his struggles this quarter, they're not helping there.
17 seconds left in the first quarter. To the inside. Antetokounmpo. Bam! Antetokounmpo has got 13.
They've controlled the paint so far. That's been the difference.
It also allows them to play inside out, which will make them even more difficult to defend.
And that does it for the first quarter. It's the Raptors. They're up 7. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2.
The 76ers, 17.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter of action so far. And let's take a moment to get your take, guys, on the scoring so far for the Raptors.
Oh, boy, they've been driving deep into that defense early on, and it's paid off. Great penetration from the perimeter so far.
Another thing that's gone well for them is the mid-range jumper. It's been falling with ease so far.
Hero with it. He's picked up by Jones. Offensive board. Thompson's shot is off. And here's White. He'll bring it up for the Raptors. Well, RJ, you got traded a couple of times for good reason. What's it like off the floor?
I don't need your quips, BA, but it is crazy. You get a phone call and bam, you can move across the country. And while it's hard on you, you understand it comes with playing in this league and having this job.
Now here's Miller. Oh, he powers right through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul, too. And he'll go to the line. It's going to go on Cam Whitmore. And right away, Brandon Miller showed that he was a star in the making, Grant.
Yeah, he's a 3-level scorer, BA. He's very fluid as a player, and he makes the game look so easy. And he hasn't even grown into his body yet.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Well, Brandon Miller caught some flack when he named Paul George as his GOAT, but PG-13 said, I know what he meant by it. Obviously, I'm not the greatest of all time, but it's about who inspires you. Miller, for his part, not backing down and saying, how the league is built now, Paul George is the right person to study for this generation. Brian?
Allie, thanks. Just 3 to shoot. Quite good. And the Raptors lead by 6.
They're punishing those late defensive rotations, getting good looks inside throughout the half.
Thompson outside. Back to Miller. Hero outside. Lets it go from deep. Looney grabs a miss. Toronto leading by 6. Now White. To the middle. And Hero grabs the board.
Wow, he doesn't miss many of those. He's such a strong finisher and tight.
Pass to Portis. Miller on the wing. Over White. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. Miller's got 7 points.
Yeah, I like whenever Miller uses his size to his advantage, especially down near the rim.
Whitmore goes in, and he takes that one up and powers it through.
And sends it home with some passion.
I think he's rubbing it in a little bit here, hanging up there like that. Pass to Hero. It's tipped. Well, the defender's stopping the developing fast break. That looks like a transition take foul. And this is his first trip to the line tonight. That's good from White. And Philadelphia making a change here.
Drew Holiday.
Raptors lead by 7. Whitmore with it. Looking at his stats, he's putting up about 7.5 per game. Back to White. Shot from 16. And Hero grabs the board. 76ers trail by 7. They need something good to happen here.
Yeah, they've gone way too long without a score.
Outside Holiday. Hero outside. Portis outside. Down low. Here's Brooks. That shot, no good. Jones with some nice D. Here's White. He's got 5. Outside Jones. Jacks up a 3. He buries it from 3. Jones has gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Hero outside. Pass to Brooks. Hero outside. The 3 is up. Kept alive. Klingon. Holiday surveying the floor. Oh, it's blocked by Williams. Right side Whitmore. Pass to Williams. On the wing, Whitmore. Oh, and he blocks it off the glass. Wow. Portis with it. And Looney picks him up defensively. Not sure why he committed the intentional foul. No purpose.
I think everyone's a little confused, but weird plays happen.
And timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy here. Philadelphia making a change here. Here's Miller. 7 points in the game. Wagner inside to end the drought. Another shot. Antetokounmpo grabs the board.
And it's amazing. Their slim advantage on the board seems a lot larger than it is.
Outside Robinson. Pass to Ellis. Shot clock at 5. That bucket makes him 3 for 5.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
Yeah, they're going to do a much better job of putting a little bit of pressure on him on his way to the hoop.
Now here's Holiday. Now Miller. Here's Klingon. Kicks it out to Wagner. Second chance shot. Rebound Toronto.
You hate to pile on, but his poor shooting night has really hurt the team.
And a deep 3 from Young. Knocks it down from distance. Young's got 5.
This is where Young most resembles Steph Curry. Both have range almost out to half court.
Back to Wagner. Wagner on the wing. Shoots over Robinson. A good-looking shot from the wing. Wagner's got his 3rd basket on the night right there.
Not the shot I expected him to take or make, but hey, look, joke's on me. He hit it.
Pass to Ellis. Launches a three. Miller pulls it in.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
Here's Holiday. And Holiday powers it home.
Take that, Holiday with the hammer.
Now here's Young. He's got 5. Pass to Lyles. The 3. Gets the 3 to fall. Lyles has got his second bucket of the night.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
Let's find out the news on Dylan Brooks. Allie, what's the update?
Thanks. I caught up with the head athletic trainer for the 76ers. Unfortunately, it doesn't sound good at all. He's likely going to be out for a while. It is a major loss right in the thick of the season. Other guys will have to step up. Let's see who answers the call.
Okay, thanks for the update. Good to get that information. Now we know how things are coming along, Graham.
That's true. It's the uncertainty factor with injuries that can be so hard to handle.
And you never want to speculate. So it's nice for us, and especially his teammates, to get some facts.
Well, Richard, with the career he's had, it's hard to believe Drew Holiday has only made 2 All-Star teams.
Well, that speaks to how much talent is at the guard position in this league. But it also shows how we tend to award offense over defense because Drew, his impact is truly felt on the defensive end.
Now here's Young. Pass to Ellis. The 3 is up. Sends it home from three-point land. Ellis has got 5 points now in the quarter.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
Up top, Crowder. Miller, he's open. And all around the rim that time before dropping. Miller's got 9 points.
Love the confidence from this young man. Miller is so quick off the catch.
Outside Young. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. Well, Grant, aside from making the East Finals in 2021, how would you assess Trae Young's teams?
Well, they're always solid offensive teams. But Trae is the type of player that you need to surround with defensive-minded guys. And he hasn't really had that.
For a star like him, you get lots of opportunities at the line, and he's great at cashing them in.
Back to Holiday. Takes the assist and lays it in. Nice setup. He's got 9.
And they had early success from the perimeter, but I don't understand how they've gotten away from that here in the second.
To the wing on the left. Here's Lyles. He's got 5. That one goes. Count it. And the Raptors lead by 15.
Used the pick to perfection and got all the way to the rim.
Outside Holiday. From the arc. The offensive rebound. Pass to Crowder. Lets the 3 fly. Philadelphia, the rebound. Tough sequence there. They just couldn't get it to go. Toronto leading by 15. .29 seconds left to play in the second quarter. Here's Ellis. Guarded by Miller. And it's Toronto with another.
He has been a key factor for them offensively, scoring with consistency.
Outside Holiday. And that one's good. Now 4 for 10.
Longer than your average guard. Drew can more than handle himself down low.
Here's Young. No dice from the high post. And so it's Toronto liking their chances, ending the quarter with a 15-point lead. They've done well to disrupt the opposition, playing inspired defense. Back after this. And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it's been a runaway. And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly in the second. Sohan outside. Back to Wagner. And here's Young. And the call will be against Tyler Hero. That's his first foul of the game.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Young looking for an opening. Lyles a screen. 5 to shoot. Fires the three. Gets the three ball to go. Lyles has got 10.
The assist numbers certainly stand out. They've really emphasized ball movement here today.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Trae Young. That's his first foul. Now Hero. Miller outside. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
Yeah, with the size and versatility Miller brings to the table, he's a tough cover for just about anyone.
Miller hits them both. Here's Young. And about a minute of action so far in the third quarter. Outside Jones. Back to Young. That's good. And it's Jones with the assist. 9 points in the game.
Nice work inside from Young. Not afraid of trying his luck down there.
Hero with it. He has 7. Pass to Miller. Shot clock at 6. Jones grabs the board. Raptors lead by 18. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Brandon Miller. That's his third foul so far.
Second team foul.
Lyles a screen. High post Young. He's got 9. Can't hit the free throw line jumper.
And unlike some other guys, missing a wide open look won't hurt his confidence at all.
Sohan outside. To the paint. Crafty move. And Wagner with the layup. Wagner's got 9 points.
And Wagner is a very efficient scorer in the painted area.
Outside Young. Just 5 to shoot. No one near him. Young missing again.
Well, despite some uneven shooting from him, they're still out in front.
A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. Miller outside. Late clock, the Sixers need to put one up here. Hero, no good.
Oh, man, he can't get anything to fall. You can feel his frustration.
Yeah, right now, he's just in his own head. Not much you can do to try and push through it.
Now here's Young. Here's Ellis. Outside Jones. The three. Offensive rebound. And he was camped in the lane there. He gets a 3-second call. And Darko Rajakovic has called a timeout. I think right now he must be looking at some adjustments. So both teams making some changes here. 76ers trail by 16. Miller outside. On the wing, Crowder. 4-3. And it's Toronto with a rebound.
Rough start to the second half for them, only getting one of the past 4 shots to fall.
Well, Richard, during his 5th year in the NBA, Kobe White had a breakout season.
Doubling his numbers, B.A., averaging around 20 points and 5 assists per game. Kobe's always been a great defensive player, but it's his offensive production that has really improved.
Now here's Miller. He's got 11. Pass to Crowder. Out of bounds, it'll be Raptors ball. Here's White. 5 points in the game. And he lobs it up top.
Just flawless timing right there.
Right? The dish, the catch, the flush, the whole thing was perfect. Hero outside. Drains the triple. Hero's got 10 points.
Yeah, absolutely no hesitation from Hero. He shoots at will from range.
Antetokounmpo inside. Over Portis. No good there. Off the double clutch. And so Hero will bring it up for the Philadelphia 76ers. 15-point game. Pass to Miller. Portis outside. Now here's Miller. Clock at 6. Driving to the basket. Ooh, powered down with both hands.
Yeah, a sign of things to come, hopefully. I mean, once Miller gets going, he is capable of dominating games.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Brian, there are some players who felt the 65-game requirement for postseason awards was too high. The NBA's executive VP and head of operations, Joe Dumars, said, quote, "You're still allowed to miss 20% of the season. People pay to go, and they want to see their stars play." Brian, it's all about the fans.
True enough, Allie. Thanks. So it's Philadelphia now. The Raptors making their last shot. Hero with it. Guarded now by Whitmore. Here's Miller. No good on the triple.
And he might have thrown himself off when he saw how much space he had from 3.
He had the right idea, just couldn't come up with the swipe.
And deflections, they're a stat that all teams track. They show who is the most active defensively.
Now here's Whitmore. Good setup. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. White's got 4 points in the quarter.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
This is when good players really get after it. He can sense that they're reeling, and he's going to put his foot on the pedal.
Raptors lead by 17. And the call will be against Tyler Hero. That'll be a second foul of the game. And so it's Nick Nurse calling timeout here. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. screen by Antetokounmpo. And he lobs it up. And the ball goes out of bounds. Nice touch by Whitmore.
There's one for the low light. Wow. I'm not sure who messed up the pass, but look, somebody did.
Pass to Klingon. And he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
Yeah, what vision from Holiday. Seems to have a knack for getting it to his guys in great spots.
Now Robinson. Let's go with a three. Counted from distance. And the Raptors lead by 18.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
His first personal foul. Third team foul.
On the wing, Brooks. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Pass to Miller. 5 on the clock.
I'd like to see him a bit more efficient. He has not been great this quarter.
Now Brooks. Antetokounmpo covering. And he'll take a trip to the line for 2. Clearly got fouled on that shot.
You have to respect Brooks' approach to the game. He's always looking for little ways to improve and wants every year to be his best.
2 shots.
And he's good on the second. Toronto leading by 17. Pass to Antetokounmpo. Inside. Oh, and Giannis hammers it in.
And you can see early on that Giannis wanted to be aggressive. I mean, he's taken over at the offensive end.
Now here's Holiday. He's got 11. Portis, right side. To the inside with his first shot attempt. No good, a bit long that time. And here's White. He'll bring it up for Toronto. 19-point lead, which is the largest margin of the game. Pass to Antetokounmpo. Shoots over Portis. Here's that Porty. Tries again. And the layup is good. And the Raptors lead by 21.
They're really working the paint now.
Miller outside. 52 seconds left in the third quarter here. Sinks the tray.
And he's much more comfortable shooting off a pass. Brooks with a nice shot.
Raptors lead by 18. And here's White. 9 points in the game. Outside Whitmore. It's hauled in by Portis. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Fades and shoots. And yep, it's good. Portis has gotten his first basket of the night.
I know what they say, defense wins championships, but you need some bucket getters too now.
Here's Antetokounmpo. And Giannis throws it down.
It's easy to see why they go to him so often, because they know they can depend on him to come through for them.
He challenges the defender and throws it down with 2 hands.
Man, just straight power on that one. Clear the deck. And so it's the Toronto Raptors in control with a 16-point advantage heading into the break. Defense is setting the tone. We'll be right back with you shortly. And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same for the first 3 quarters. And so here is Toronto. Their biggest lead of the game was 21. Outside Young. Pass to Lyles. 6 to shoot. Over Portis. And it's Lyles missing. 76ers trail by 16. Here's Micic. Thompson with a screen. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair.
Heady play to stop that easy layup right there. I mean, make him earn it at the line.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for Toronto.
You've got to be impressed with how assertive they are on offense, continuing to cut hard to the rim time and time again.
Well, something else that stands out is how they've shared the ball. I mean, they're getting a lot of their points from sharp passing.
Outside Robinson. Lyles a screen. Here's the three. Thompson pulls it in. 76ers trail by 15. Just over a minute played here in the fourth. Here's Micic. Down low. Brooks. Pass to Sohan. And here's Brooks. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
Well, Sohan has been well coached on attacking the glass, and doing that gets him the follow-up bucket.
And a little over a minute and a half gone by in the fourth. Left side Young. Rebound by Philadelphia.
It hasn't been his best game, but his team is still doing just enough to be up.
Now Hero. Pass to Brooks. There's the triple. They get it again. Shots blocked. And now the Raptors on the break. Left side Young. And timeout is called by Nick Nurse. He wants their game plan to be crystal clear at this point. So it's both teams making substitutions here. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
I was able to listen in on what Nick Nurse had to say to the team. Point blank, he wants better shot selection. He told them, we're settling guys. Come on. We're not being patient out there. We're not working the ball around. That has to change right now.
All right, Allie, thanks once again. And it's on Antetokounmpo with a miss. 76ers trail by 13. If you're just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it.
The slashing Wagner, so adept at carving his way inside.
And Young has got the ball here for Toronto. Nothing doing offensively yet for them in the fourth. To stop the drought. Fearless from Young inside.
And despite the height disadvantage, oh my, he just attacks that interior.
Really unfazed. Throw his height right out the window there.
Clark outside. Back to Holiday. Wagner outside. Oh, a rim-rattling two-handed jam.
Heads-up play by Holiday. He saw the opening and helped exploit it.
Outside Young. Pass to Antetokounmpo. And Giannis Antetokounmpo picks up that foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
Up until that play, his ball handling had been impeccable. He's given it up just one time.
And timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. He's decided it's time to clarify the situation, leaving little room for error. 76ers trail by 11. A little over 3.5 minutes in the books now in this fourth quarter. Back to Wagner. And stolen by Antetokounmpo.
That's his second personal foul. Second team.
Free throw is good. Young.
And Trae Young's attitude on the floor is so striking. He's got this unbreakable edge to him. He's super competitive and is ready to scrap with you.
Here's Ellis. Outside Young. 6 on the shot clock. Pass to Jones. From behind the arc. Drills it from deep. And the Raptors lead by 15.
When he has enough space, he's more than comfortable letting it fly from outside.
Hero with it. Top of the key. Antetokounmpo grabs the board. Young with it. Pass to Lyles. Takes a three. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound.
Defense dodged a bullet that time. Total breakdown. That's number 4 on him. He's still got a little wiggle room, but if he picks up a 5th, that could be a problem.
Second team foul.
Outside Holiday. And he converts the layup.
Excellent move from Holiday to set the bucket up. No surprise there.
Raptors lead by 13. Up top, Young. Knocked away. And stolen by Clark. Hero outside. Shot from the top of the key. And that's collected by Trae Young. And so here is Toronto. On the wing, Jones takes the three. It's rebounded by Wagner. 76ers trail by 13. Outside Holiday. Pass to Clark. Down to 5 on the shot clock. It's Holiday with a drive.
You know that has to get the team going. Holiday's teammates love when he goes up strong.
And they've been moving the ball really well tonight.
Good things come to those who take good shots.
Outside Jones. To the left wing. The Raptors need to get off a shot. Here's Antetokounmpo. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down.
And the game plan for them should be simple. Keep getting it to Giannis. The Greek freak is on fire.
And so it's Nick Nurse calling timeout here. Looking to get everyone dialed in and engaged. And here's Wagner. He'll bring it up for Philadelphia. They've given up just 8 points in the fourth. Pass to Clark. Inside. Here's Miller. That's good. That's now his 7th made field goal in 15 tries.
Their defense just falls apart once the ball goes inside.
And there's a whistle. That's going to go on Brandon Clark. That's his 3rd foul so far. And you see player training methods, Grant, a lot more than just running and getting shots up.
And you know, B.A., what interests me, players not just training their bodies better than ever, but also their minds. They're working on hand-eye coordination drills and just all kinds of stuff to enhance their reflexes.
Wagner outside. Ooh, now 7 for 9 after that make.
Man, that's now 10 straight points in the paint. I'm not sure what's happened to their defense, man.
Antetokounmpo outside. Pass to Looney. Now White. Clock at 6. To the middle. Here's Antetokounmpo. And the jam by Antetokounmpo.
And good luck stopping that. Giannis just makes it look so easy.
Outside Holiday. Miller on the wing.
2 minutes remaining in regulation.
And here's another one for the Sixers.
And his fantastic performance from the last game has carried over to tonight.
He's just riding the wave of momentum right now, getting to his spots and keeping things simple on the offensive side.
Back to White. Pass to Looney. Right side White. Looney with the ball. Antetokounmpo outside. Tries it from 16. The kick out to White. The 3-ball. And that one falls. His 5th basket in 7 tries.
Woo! That man is laser focused. Now, that's bad defense for a team that has a long way to go to catch up.
Effort like this makes you wonder if they've already packed it in for the game, ready to go on to the next. Gotta at least show a little heart out here.
And the basket by Clark.
And he has to build on this because we can see where him being a ghost out there has gotten them so far.
And they had an advantage tonight. Came out sharp and did what was needed. Nice win here for the Raptors.
They were the more accurate club. And in the end, that made the difference, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., you have to love their strategy. And even more, you love the execution.
And in the big picture, this marks their 43rd win of the year.
And that's a sweep of the season series. It's clear who the matchup favored. They'll wish they could have seen more of these guys.
And we've come to expect these kinds of strong games for Giannis Antetokounmpo.
He came up with a bucket every time they needed him to. Great effort on offense, and he was a difference maker.
Here's Whitmore. And it's flushed down. A nice jam.
Their home crowd has energized them all game. Now they're closing it out.
It's always nice to perform like this, especially in front of the faithful home crowd.
Here's Holiday. And stolen by Jones. So it's the Raptors winning this one easily. A clean win, and one where they clearly showed better energy.
Yes, so true.
Never change up on it through the hurt and the pain. I say shoot for me. I'm shooting to win. Money on the wall like I'm busting a frame.